Hello, hello, welcome. And I usually do this earlier in the day, but it is 7 p.m. and we are going live. This week's astrology is full of some energy shifts. This week is going to be very interesting for you individually and a collective. We have the sun entering Virgo, and then it's going to square Uranus in the sign Gemini. We're creating some unexpected mental sparks. Get ready for that. We have a Virgo New Moon. A lot of you guys are here because of that, so welcome. And this invites some fresh starts with some routines, some health and organizations. That's a normal Virgo new moon. This is not quite normal. We'll get into the details of that. And then Venus will enter Leo, and it's going to enter Leo with a bang. She's going to be activated with a powerful, bold pattern, bringing some intensity, some love, and some creative breakthroughs. We will get started on that. If you are here for the weekly transits and to know all the tea, then you're at the right place. Let's get started.
3, 2, 1.
I love you.
Okay, so before we even get started on the dates, I do want to have you start liking, subscribing. I know you're like, well, it just started. You haven't given me any information, but do it because I don't want you to forget. You're going to love it. You love astrology. If you love tarot, you're going to love this. I'm going to help you understand how your week is going and what the other people around your world are up to. Even to these predictions involve politics. These predictions involve global events. They don't necessarily have to be personalized to you, but even if you know your chart, and if you don't, you can ask questions. I will answer them. This will also be a personal predictions for you. I am telling you the vibe in the sky so you can know the energy around the world. Okay, so let's get started. Let me make sure I try to hurry up and do this. Let me pull up some dates here to tell you what we have. I want you to know I have two charts here that says the dates. We have the August 22nd, we have the sun entering Virgo. We have a Virgo new moon. And when the sun enters Virgo, it gets really spicy. So I'll explain that. We have the Virgo new moon August 22nd. On the 24th, that's when we have the sun in Virgo. It's going to do some stuff. Okay. And I'll talk about that. But on my notes here, I just kept it simple instead of squaring Uranus. On the 25th, we have Mercury in Leo, the post shadow phase officially ends. Okay. Okay. Who is excited of that? If you guys are excited, without any arguments, and you were just able to be in the audience and watch the drama, then good for you. Also, too, we have Venus that will be entering Leo as well. And that's actually happening Monday on the 25th. Okay. So we are going to get into that. Let me pull up my chart here and let's get started and see all the tea. I took off some of the if you're watching, I took off some of the celestial planets, but I need to put them back. Okay. All right. All right. So yeah, now let's get started. And I actually read my description instead of reading my intro, but you get the tea. Okay. Now let's talk about the sun entering Virgo. Okay. Now, why do I have, oh, it was my aspects that I was showing. I was like, I know I deleted something here. Okay, let me put all my aspects so you guys can see. Some of you guys don't even understand the aspects. That's fine. Actually, let me take off these things. Anyway, here we go. This is what happens. Welcome to all of my podcast listeners. Welcome, you guys. Download the episode, share the episode. It really helps out. Also, too, we're talking about Venus entering Leo. I just did a video on Venus aesthetics in Leo. Check that out. It explains a lot. It even explains the parties that you're going to. You can understand that it's not just about like how you dress, but the social events that you are attending as well. Now, on the 22nd, okay, we got nothing happening today. Okay, we had some stuff, but we're talking about future stuff here. Okay, on the 22nd, we have the sun entering Virgo. And when the sun enters Virgo, this is a time to plant your seeds, okay, and watch them grow. This is a time for patience. This is a time for physical energy, tangible results. You're talking about your money, your finances, your home, anything physical, anything you can touch. Things are very practical. This is a period of slowing down. This is a energy of focusing on your health, your physical health, your mental health, your prioritizing your self-care and wellness, organizing. This is also the ruler of Virgo is Mercury. So method thinking. So improving your skills, efficiency, focus on the details, get those spreadsheets. All the stuff I think is boring, just method kind of thinking. Okay. Focus on refinement, also decluttering and simplifying and having routines. Virgo is the energy of diminishing too. So declutter, diminishing, both same things. Okay. Virgo is also about focusing on service, practicality, problem solving, getting back into routines, bringing service and helping others. When the sun enters Virgo, there are some common themes that happens to you every year because we have the same rising signs. So I would suggest every time there is a new season, write down the themes seasonally that happen to you and watch them be reoccurrent. And the sun highlights those themes for you. Okay. So now let's talk about this Virgo new moon. And I'll actually put the exact date up here. Virgo new moon, we'll put it here. Okay, I want you to see that this Virgo new moon, once the sun enters Virgo, we have this new moon. Anytime you have a Virgo new moon, anytime you have a new moon, you're talking about fresh starts. It's a new cycle of the moon, lunar cycle. Okay, so it symbolizes a clean state, new opportunities. It is about initiating projects. You're not actually doing it though, you're sitting and thinking about it. Again, planting the seeds. That's what this Virgo new moon is. And I said that earlier. Inner reflection. The sky is dark with this new moon, so it's encouraging introspection. It's the time for journaling and planning. It's not the actual time to do it, it's like the time of meditating. Energy is resetting, manifesting time, writing down your intentions, you're doing vision boards. It's heightened intuition because the ego, the sun is bright, highlighting that moon there, and the moon represents your dreams and intuition and sleeping beginnings in relationships and cycle awareness. What else do we have? Quiet energy and long term growth. Okay. Now, this is going to be at 0 degrees. 0 degrees is a very strong degree. That means there's intensity in anything Virgo. So, Virgo is about practicality, it's about discernment, it's about focus on improvement and purification. Everything I said earlier, this is going to bring strong intentions towards it. So, not only do you have a new moon, but it's at 0 degrees. It's going to be very, very Virgo. So, get ready. Okay. And now, anytime you have a Virgo new moon, without any of the aspects, anything else in the sky, anytime you have a Virgo new moon, there is a desire for order, purity, efficiency, setting intentions for organization and service and healing, a micro focus on details and practicality and solutions. This Virgo new moon is going to happen in LA. I live in LA, so it's going to happen at 1:06 a.m. Any type of routines or rituals that you want to do them before the 23rd, do them on the 22nd. So set your intentions, all that stuff on the 22nd, and just chill on the 23rd. Okay. Micro focus on details and practical solutions, fresh starts in habits and diets and wellness and daily rhythm. It's about healing and health, daily routines, work and service, discernment, being more intentional with your time, detoxing the body, the mind, your home, your workspace, details and cleaning, planning, take a bath. You take a bath the night of, but take it the day of too. Mind and body connection, boundaries and service, earth energy. It's all about grounded energy, nature, your garden, all that, getting that all in order. Okay. Now, you want to be very realistic anytime you're dealing with earth energy. Okay. So be very realistic with anything dealing with the things that I said. Okay. So if you're like, I want to declutter my garage in a day, if it's not realistic, then say a month. Okay. Now, the Virgo new moon, the ruler of the Virgo new moon is Mercury. So we always want to look at the ruler of anything that's kind of big, okay? And the ruler of this new moon is Mercury. It's in the sign Leo. Leo is all about being bold and creative and self-expression. It's about being on stage. There's desire, there's passion. It's a fire energy. It deals with confidence, and the sun is in charge of that Mercury. So a lot of connection here, and it's added with this Virgo new moon. So being bold, being very expressive, being very courageous, having a lot of confidence, and the ego is involved, and putting yourself on stage. And anything that's dealing with decluttering, anything that's dealing with purification and your health. Okay, so you're going to be very bold in doing those things. Now, also too, Mercury, the ruler of this, is sextile Mars, so now there's action added to this. But you're very diplomatic, but you're assertive at the same time. There's motivation added to this. There's ability to turn ideas into some practical steps while being balanced and fair. Okay, so this new moon is very positive with the ruler. The ruler is very happy. It's boosting some mental clarity. There's focus. There's very strategic action with your routines. There's creative problem solving, communication breakthroughs, and balancing that ego and cooperation. So that's positive. Now, here is the plot twist, okay? This new moon, while it's sitting here, it's sextiling Saturn, it's sextiling Pluto. Saturn is conjunct Neptune, so it's also sextiling that. Saturn and Neptune are retrograding, so this is internal lessons. This is about pessimism, negativity, long-term responsibility, a lot of leadership, a lot of patience, a lot of self-assertion. Things are going to be moving slower more than ever with this new moon. So you just have to put that in perspective and be okay. And you might be lost in the sauce when thinking of long-term, okay? Saturn is very practical. It likes to deal with the real. Neptune comes in and makes it a little spicy. Not spicy, but a little lost, okay? It's in Aries, so yeah, some spice with it, okay? So you feel pulled between discipline and escapism. There's a lot of health work issues requiring spirituality. There's adjustment in leadership, authority, and independence. And that Saturn is going to make you think that things are very negative. Saturn likes to be like, oh, well, it's me. It's retrograding. So this could be more internal energy, or those things are lifted. You feel like there's no restrictions. But just know that that is also involved with this new moon. When it is quincunx Pluto, Pluto is giving themes of intensity. Pluto is giving themes of psychology and being deep, and it's not dealing with anything surface. There's taboo energy involved with this new moon. So get ready for things that could be very mysterious. Pluto also represents a lot of power struggles. It's in Aquarius, so that's freedom of speech. That is things that are very out of the box. That's also dealing with independence, and you may be wanting to pursue these things with this new moon in Virgo, and there is either someone's controlling you, there's the obsession. These two things are retrograding though. So that means they're not working like they should. So these things may be lifted and they could be very positive, but the quincunx is still going to make something very uncomfortable. It could be dealing more internal energy with that retrograde, or it could be dealing with things that are quite opposite. So it's lacking intensity, or no one's dealing with the taboo secrets. That could be happening as well. So misalignment with the ego and discipline, overcritical. There's impatience. There could be some health and energy management, some authority conflicts happening as well. Also to that Neptune energy, let me see. Oh, Pluto. So Neptune gives the confusion. Neptune represents a rose-colored lens, and that could be either lifted or causing some more confusion. And I'm saying either way because the planet is retrograding, okay? Now, the Pluto thing is, again, power struggles within a workplace, because Virgo could represent work. It could represent coworkers, adjustments in group dynamics. That's that Aquarius, or technology, or social media. A need to detox, a need to purge, a need to let go of outdated systems, because Aquarius wants to move towards the future as well. Okay, let's see what else. Don't force anything. Give space to the fog with that Neptune. Use the Virgo energy to stay grounded. That Neptune is going to cause a little lost in the sauce, a little deception. And we want to have awareness, but we want to have clarity. And you may not have that when you're trying to manifesting with this Virgo new moon. Okay. Now, the Virgo new moon also is going to be squaring Uranus in Gemini. This is disruption. This is sudden shifts and unexpected turns. Okay. Uranus also represents freedom at any cost and independence. And now, when you're manifesting, when you're starting this new cycle that's dealing with your emotions in the sign Virgo, there could be a major shift happening. Okay. Your routines could be shaken up. Information, there could be some new information, a new technology, a new way of communicating, and it's shocking. This also dealing with some overstimulation with the nervous system. Maybe you're stressed, maybe you're burnt out. Innovation could be happening, and squares are challenges. So there could be something very new and out of the box dealing with your health or work or your daily life, because Virgo represents the routine, even AI, right? So AI is the Uranus. That could be causing some problems. We have two Uranus here. Uranus to Uranus. We have two things representing AI in the future, this one and this one. So just be aware of that with this new moon. Information overload, Uranus likes to move really fast too, so that could be happening. Sudden schedule disruptions. Virgo wants to move slow. Uranus wants to move fast. In the sign Gemini, very fast. Okay. Transport issues. If you have anything that you're dealing with technology on the 23rd, patience with technology. Okay. Also too, maybe use all your tech stuff before the 23rd. I would just suggest that because it's gonna cause some emotional problems. The moon moves fast, so it happens fast. But the sun is still sitting there, and that's your ego. And the sun moves every day, so within some 7 days it will get better. But just get ready for a lot of tech glitches around the world. Okay, health and stress. I said that earlier. Rebellion is what you're dealing with. These two things too. So a lot of strikes, a lot of boycotts, a lot of rebellion happening. Also, too, you're dealing with education because you're talking about that Gemini. So disruption in education, disruption with social media, any type of communication across the board. Also, too, this represents community and the voices of the community. So that could be a huge thing coming up. Yeah, so get ready that. But anytime you have that, you have manic, erratic behavior. You have excessive urges for independence. You have inability to cooperate or to compromise. A lot of stubbornness, especially when it comes to the mind of thought. Aquarius, Uranus represents the intellect, and it gets a little stubborn. It's a fixed energy. Okay, so you have that a lot of hidden power struggles, a lot of authority and power tensions. The identity versus collective. So individuals could be torn from serving others. That's that Virgo energy versus like what does the group think? Because this represents the group. This represents a lot of people, like an organization of some sort. Okay, could be obsessed with perfection because that Virgo always has a problem with that, and it moves too slow. And the energy is like you're moving too slow because you want to be too perfect, and we want to move fast. Okay, a lot of exposures of flaws that could be happening because these are things that like to be in a secret, and now it's coming to light. And the sun is highlighting all things Virgo in 0 degrees. Okay, so a lot of shadow stuff too of service as well. Okay, let me know if you have any questions regarding this new moon. I will answer it for you. For everyone who is listening, I want to use this. I just going to do a little quick reading for you with this new moon in Virgo. What are the things that you should manifest? We have the King of Wands. You should focus on your passion. You should focus on being a leader. You should focus on that ego and being on stage and everyone looking at you, but also being creative, a lot of motivation, a lot of energy, having the energy, have the drive, and manifest that in the sense of Virgo. So, in diminishing the lack of drive, in diminishing the ego, in clearing out anything or having a mental space to have a lot of motivation and energy and drive and passion. This is a king. So the King of Wands wants you to be the leader of all that. Now, the Virgo new moon could be causing some Seven of Swords. These are things that are very like you're stuck, you're fighting the haters. You were on stage and now everyone's like you're fighting them. Also deception energy is what you get with this. So a lot of deceitful energy. You're dealing with that Neptune. So secrets, deceitful energy, and it could be coming to light. Also to the energy of Queen of Wands. This could be a fire sign that you could be dealing with. A fire sign is Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo energy. All of them could be having some huge Sagittarius as well. Could be coming to the light and having some issues with this. So get ready for that. Let me see what else we have here. Yeah, so the Virgo new moon is going to be really big. It's going to be really big for you, us, the collective. Let's get ready for that. The moon moves fast, though, so we shall see how that plays out. Also, on the 25th, let me put it on now, current. Why am I drawing a blank? Oh, I don't know. I was just drawing a blank right there. Okay, so that is what we have with the new moon, and I think I touched everything, right? I touched that. What is this? Where is the Sun in Leo? What is going on? Is this now? Oh, okay. So, sorry. So, when the sun enters Virgo, immediately I want you to understand it's going to have issues with Uranus, it's going to have issues with Pluto, it's going to have issues with these two planets, Neptune and Saturn. The sun, even though that new moon happens, that is one issue. The moon moves fast. Okay. So, look, it's moving fast, it's already gone. Okay. I just clicked it a few days, but the sun is still there. So, that would linger just a few more days, and about around 7 days around around August 30th. All that energy will clear up. Now, let's go back on August 25th, though. Mercury is going to hit 15 degrees. Mercury moves fast too. And that is when that all that post shadow phase retrograde, it will officially end. Okay. Now the ending of that means that signing all the contracts, driving, the ego, arguments, communication, glitches, all that improves. My charger is not working to my car, that will improve. Okay, so all those things will improve and you will get better. And if you have to sign any contracts, you are fully in a clear as of August 25th. Okay. And if you want to know anything else about Mercury retrograde, I have so many videos on that in Leo, so go ahead and check that out. Also, too, in my it's somewhat like my Patreon, but it's my community. It's through my website. And on that, I talk about all the planets retrograding. So check out those posts. It's very important for you to understand just generally what that means and how that affects you personally and the collective. But that is a permanent post that I have on there. And I also have a Mercury retrograde survival kit because Mercury always retrogrades. Okay, so now let's talk about Venus in Leo. Venus enters Leo, and Venus, the planet, is all about love. It's all about your parties. It's about relationships. It's about inner harmony, friendships, what you naturally attract. It's also about the money, okay? Harmony, art, aesthetics, pleasure, what we value. Also, there is a sense of law too, okay? So when Venus enters Leo, celebrities in law or people on stage with something that is about justice and fairness, that's going to come up bigger than ever. Get ready with the celebrities and their love affairs and law, like divorces, public divorces, all that stuff gonna happen. Now, Venus and Leo overall is about bold, glamorous, and unapologetic, expressive energy. So you could be at a party and now it's bolder than ever. Okay, the theme of the party is sunset. Okay, daisies, the sun, the ego. Literally, you're at a party and there's a stage, and everyone wants to be on the stage. Okay, so Venus and Leo is a lot of dramatics when it comes to romance, a lot of bold, passionate, playful love, quick love too. It's like just having fun, feeling youthful in love. A lot of creative expression when it comes to art, performances, and yeah, just being on stage too. Self admiration. Oh my gosh, I love myself. Oh my gosh, you know what else? I love luxury, so I want to buy the Versace. I want to buy the gaudiness. For some reason, I'm attracted to gold and a lot of luxurious things. Okay, a lot of that, but even the pride and confidence of oneself and your appearance and your identity. When Venus is in Leo, that gets bigger. A lot of loyalty and devotion. Leo is a fixed sign, so it likes to be fierce, loyal to loved ones. Okay, so get ready for that. A lot of glamour, a lot of playful flirtations, generous with the heart. Leo rules the heart, and Leo energy wears their heart on their sleeve. So a lot of generosity when it comes to giving, passion, enthusiasm, also to a need for recognition, again being on stage. Also to Leo energy is very charismatic, so when your friends could be very charming, you could be even charming, or when you're trying to attract things, somehow it's very in a very charismatic way. Okay, a lot of passion if you are in the lovemaking department, a lot of passion when dating, self-expression, again when it comes to the way you dress, when it comes to you being creative, a lot of luxury. I said that. Confidence in relationships. Okay. Express love boldly. Treat yourself to something luxurious. This is a time to do that. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate your uniqueness. This is a time to do that. Enjoy romantic playfulness without the fear of judgment. Now, this is when Leo's in a positive light. Okay. Now, let's talk about Leo and how it's going to be once it enters the sign Leo. Let's talk about Venus. What's it going to be once it enters the sign Leo? If you see here, it's doing the same thing as that Virgo moon. Okay. It's sitting here having some big issues with a lot of planets. Anything that's hitting zero is going to hit all of these planets here. So now it's at 0 degrees. It's opposing Pluto. It's sitting here and it's making a pattern called the bow pattern. It's sitting here and it's also going to trine. This is positive. Neptune and Saturn's conjunction, right? And then it's going to sextile Uranus. The only problem we have with Venus is that it's opposing Pluto. Okay. Anytime you have, and Pluto is the planet of power, transformation, and intensity, that Saturn and That's Saturn and Neptune is about dreams and structure and discipline. And Uranus, I told you, being out of a box, innovative, the future, surprises, unexpected changes, and freedom. Now, anytime you have a bold pattern, it really means that everything's falling on this side of the chart. So if you have a chart and everything's falling on one side, this part is kind of getting neglected, and the focus is more on half of the chart, and the other one is like more underdeveloped kind of energy. Okay, so there's a focus on one of the sides of your chart. Check and see which side that is. Okay, and I'll explain that more detailed in my community. But usually the energy is going to be more focused on relationships, creativity, transformation, any type of innovative kind of side of your chart. So be ready for that. And focus on intensity. I said that. A change, creative. Okay, I said that. Okay, so when Venus is opposing Pluto, okay? This is where power struggles and relationship happens. This is where there's intense emotional attraction, revealing hidden dynamics, transformation in what you value. Remember, Venus is what you value. In Leo, it could be like if you value a relationship, if you value a romance, if you value your ego. There could be some issues with that. Drama and passion. Anytime you have Leo, drama and passion and romance, there's jealousy. Pluto is always jealous, okay? Emotional highs and lows. There could be some healing, maybe with the confrontation. Financial conflicts, disputes over your resources, over your money, over creative projects that could be happening. There's obsession with Pluto. It's obsessed with things. It's very intense. Yeah, and then it's very dramatic, and this could be causing imbalance of some sort, and breakthroughs in expression could be happening, but there's some challenges to that, and releasing some toxic attachments, old patterns and relationships of self-worth may need to be purged for a transformation, because there's a transformation that is needed here. Also, too, I want you guys to understand that the trine with Saturn and Neptune, this is positive, okay? The energy brings some inspiration combined with some practical reality or practical steps, and you can turn your dreams and structure outcome into something very positive, especially when it comes to your harmony, balance, or anything dealing with law or any type of female friendship. Yeah, because you could be a man with a female, or you could be a female with girlfriends, your actual friends, not just like a lover of some sort. Okay, but it's very harmonious. Anytime it's dealing with romance and art and creativity, you're inspired. You're inspired, and it's realistic. Okay, so that's positive. Even the sextile is positive when it comes to Venus, because there's surprises and freedom and change and thinking outside of the box. It's going to spark some flexibility, some curiosity, and a willing to experiment. It's going to bring opportunity for excitement in love or pleasure, or what you naturally attract, or the luxury. You could be getting a gift and you're like, oh my gosh, am I getting this gift? I mean, it's going to be work that you have to have. However, but you could be receiving a very luxurious gift, meeting new people, or adapting some approaches, and you're not forced into it. Okay. It's all about having fun when Venus is in Leo. It's also about being admired and having romance, being creative. However, there's this dynamic of a huge transformation. Therapy, Pluto represents therapy. It's nothing surface. There's something deep happening, and it's opposing that ego, that fun. It's like, oh, this isn't fun. Just know that that is happening as well. Okay. So that is the gist of what we have this week. I'm going to pull some cards for all of you guys. I'm going to pull some cards first for all of my fire signs. Let me actually take this off. We're going to pull cards for all of my fire signs. And my fire signs, that is my Leos. Those are my, I say that is, those are my Leos, my Aries, my Sagittarius. Did I say them all? Leos, Aries, Sagittarius. Yes. Okay. So fire signs. This is for you. And we have, first of all, with the new moon, we have the Page of Cups. There's a new message coming. Be aware. Listen to it. This could be in your dreams. Also, too, with this Venus and Leo, you're going to be thinking in lack. You're going to be thinking that you're lonely because you have this opposition in Pluto, but you're not realizing that there's something on the other side of the door. Stop thinking in lack. Stop thinking in negativity. For all of my earth signs, we're going to pull something for this new moon in Virgo. We're also going to pull something for this Venus entering Leo. Okay, I'll pull a card also too for the Virgo energy, and for the fire signs we have Temperance. You guys need some healing, some harmony, some balance. Don't overdo it too. Okay, all my fire signs. Now all my earth signs. You're talking about all my Capricorns, all of my Virgos, all of my Tauruses. This is for you. When it comes to the Virgo new moon, we have the Queen of Cups. This very loving. There's a lot of positive relationships here. A lot of your intuition and spirituality connection with God is going to be a focus for you. Virgo season as a whole, it's going to be a challenge. There's going to be some competition. The competition always makes you better and greater. So focus on that. And then also to Venus and Leo for you guys. There is going to be an energy. We have the two of wands. There's going to be energy of studying and preparing for something new. This could be researching and gathering information on love, researching or gathering information about some money, some finances, what you naturally attract. But this is a time of gathering information. And then the next step will be moving on and bigger and better spaces for you guys. Okay. And it could be in relationships or a party, a social event, or a female friendship, or our relationships. Okay. All right. So far as all of my, who I did, I was fire, water will do you. Okay. For all of my water signs, those are the Cancers, the Pisces, and the Scorpios. Okay. Okay. You guys, when it comes to the sun entering Virgo, we have the King of Cups. You are going to be the leader. A lot of a lot of focus on water. Water is about your emotions, is about spirituality, is about all the things that people say is very hocus pocus. Okay. The intangible things, the esoteric things, the things that are very secretive, but you feel it, but you don't see it. Okay. Those kind of things. And there's going to be a huge focus on that for you during Virgo season. Focus on that. Virgo is very practical, but it seems like it's going to make it very realistic. The feelings that you are feeling, the dreams are coming into reality. Now, with this Virgo new moon, we have the Justice card. This is all about harmony and balance. It could be dealing with law too, but that's coming your way. There's going to be something that's very fair with this Virgo new moon. And then lastly, Venus in Leo. We have the Tower card. We had this the sextile Uranus. So there's going to be something that is going to cause a disruption, a change, you leaning on a false structure that wasn't dependable. But I think it will be more positive than ever. There is something intense happening with that Pluto in Aquarius, and it's going to shake things up. So get ready for that shaking up things. Okay. Now, for all of our, who did I miss? Water, fire, earth, air. All of my air signs, this is for you. What do we have for sun entering Virgo? Ooh, we have the Empress card. And the Empress card is all about your feminine energy, your divine energy. And during Virgo season, it's all about giving birth to something that's dealing with major creativity. Also, too, this is an energy of self-care and mental self-care, physical self-care as well. Take your time to do that. Now, when there is a Virgo new moon, we have the Ten of Cups, very positive for you, all my air signs. Okay. Did I say who the air signs are? Libras, Geminis, Aquarius. Okay. But this is very positive for you. This is energy of like blissfulness in love when it comes to relationships in your family. A lot of positivity when it comes to your home. Okay. Venus and Leo for you. We have the sun. A very positive reading for all my air signs. You guys are leaving here with a positive reading. The sun is all about success and happiness. And while Venus is in Leo, you will feel the energy, all the positive things of Leo. Okay. So you and your ego and your confidence and your drive and boldness and you shining bright like the sun will be given to you. Okay. Now for everyone who's just sitting here, if you think of a question, this is a bonus thing because I'm at the end of my video and thank you guys for watching. Think of any question that you have, not a yes or no, just a question you want to know regarding the future. I'm going to do a bonus reading for you guys. And think of this question right now. You can say it out loud. You can write it down. You can put me on pause, whatever. I'm going to pull some cards just for you and your question, okay? We have the Ten of Swords. Normally the Ten of Swords is a bunch of knives stabbing a person laying down on the ground. But this means that there is now the painful truth is happening. It's being revealed. This card depicts it in a more positive light. There is truthness here. You're at the end of this journey when it comes to clarity and when it comes to communication, when it comes to your thoughts. It's very positive. It's like you are now very positive and you can see the light. You're at the end of the journey. That's what the 10 represents. Also, to whatever is pertaining to this question, there was fear. There was something dealing with some type of fear, something that was dealing with your subconscious happening. Maybe it's with your thoughts, but this is the moon card, and the moon card happens at night. Usually at night, there's things that you cannot see. It's in the darkness. It's dealing with the subconscious. It's also dealing with the fear of things and lack. Okay, wherever the moon is in your astrology, it usually represents the lack of energy. And but it's like you're having clarity because that moon is there, but now you saw that she's starting to see the light. You are starting to see the light, and then God is giving you new opportunities. Okay, new opportunities in your health, in your long-term vision, in anything tangible. It could be dealing with your money, it could be dealing with your finances, it could be dealing with your physical body, but God is giving you something tangible. So very positive reading. Okay, well, what was in the dark is now being highlighted. What was in your subconscious is being released. There's clarity, there's truth happening, and you're at the end of that journey for it. Okay, and now God is giving you something tangible to prove that this is very positive. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions, any suggestions on improving my channel, please let me know. Share this because you see I have a low number here. That's fine. The ego's not bruised. Leo season is coming up. It's not about that. It's about that I do want everyone to get the opportunity to experience things that are free. At the same time, I want to do this for a living. Okay, so help me out. Help me engage the engagement go up high. I enjoy doing what I do. All right. Yes, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye bye.